No.
Hold on a minute, honey. All right, refresh now.
Right?
Click on where it says live. Yep.
And then come over here, click the three little dots, pop out chat, reduce that screen down. Select, no, this ain't right. What happened?
Hold on. I'll get it. Give me a second.
Over to there.
Well, let me get mine and I'll get yours. Hello, Nicole.
Good morning. Well, I hope you hear us.
There we go. There.
Why is it repeating?
Probably because you got your YouTube up. There you go. Hey, Boydman. How you doing? Just getting set up, guys. Hold on one second. Everything normal? On your end? You might hear a little echo with the delay.
No, it's fine now.
I know, but I was just telling them they might hear a little echo with the delay. All right, hold on one second. All right, guys, today we're talking about Native American people in Oklahoma. They tell of a vampire-like creature called a stikini or a man owl. Then we discuss coyotes, how they're in Native American lore, they're tricksters, creators, and sacred animals who can deceive, but also give wisdom. And also, we're talking the Comanche Indians defeated a race of white, red-haired giants. White giants are part of many Native American legends. And last but not least, we're talking about the Iroquois and how they were terrified of a flying demonic creature that takes pleasure in tormenting their people, just for kicks. Chicken 1, 2, 5, 11. Gotcha, Boydman, gotcha. I know how that goes. Let me go ahead and get my blog talk radio going, and then we'll get started. How is everybody? What's going on? You guys are going to hear the jingle probably. Maybe, if it's going to connect me. Did you hear the dialing?
Almost made me look at my phone.
Start your show now. Press 1.
We know.
Press
Your
1.
show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3,
Dun, dun, dun.
2,
What
1.
if?
Good morning, everyone. It is time for the Shadows of the Moon show.
As always, we are live on YouTube, dlive, Facebook, Twitch, and Mixer under the same name, Shadows of the Moon. So if you haven't yet, come on over and join the conversation. It is What If Wednesdays, where we question cryptoids, UFOs, aliens, cover-ups, and everything under the sun. So, do we have our thinking caps on? If so, let's begin the ride down the rabbit hole.
And now, coming to you live from Alaska, here's a woman that has been around many moons and has seen many shadows. Here is your host, Shadows of the Moon.
And chaos. Oh, I gotta switch my screen. That's not helping me much. There we go. What's going on, guys? How are ya? Good morning, good morning. There we go. Now we got everything situated. How you guys doing? What's going on? Anything? I know, Eddie's always playing with the phone. What's up with that? That was his voice in the intro. Yes, it was. But Ryan's going to be doing our intro now that there's both of us, huh? You going to say good morning, or are you going to just sit there and nod?
Just going to sit here and nod.
Okay. Exactly, Nicole.
That's not very nice. Good morning, Andy.
Hey, Andy. Good morning. Well, good evening there. Hope everybody's doing well. Having my morning coffee.
Me too.
He's having his morning coffee. Andy's burying bodies over there. You know, what are you going to do?
I thought he had more than 11.
You thought he had more than 11? That's always nice. How many bodies, Andy? How many bodies? Tell us. Tell us now.
Oh, well, that's a lot. Hell, Walker.
Well, that sucks. You know, more of a case of dug up, moved, and reburied. That sucks. So if you are over on Blog Talk Radio or you are listening on the podcast, I encourage you to come get in the chat with us over here on YouTube, dlive, Mixer, Twitch, Facebook, wherever, you know.
Just pick one.
Yeah, any of those places, we can see you chatting. Oh, I don't know what it is about today, but I can't wake up. Hey, Little Red.
That's usually what happens when you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I know. No, I woke up at 6:30. I did wake up at 6. No, 6, because at 6:30 is when I woke you up. I gotcha, Andy. Gotcha.
Good morning, Little Red.
No, Mixer hasn't got shut down. Good morning, Ron. Over there, mooning and dlive. Hey, Anton, how you doing? Good morning.
Oh, they're all starting to pop in now.
Yeah. All right, shall we get started? I'm going to start out with the story that I was going to share yesterday. But Boomer was awesome to come up on panel and everything, so I didn't get a chance to share it. Not scare it, but share it. Man, I'm going to have a great, oh, thank you, Little Red. You're so sweet. So I'm going to share it today. Today's going to be a rough day, guys. So I'm sorry. I'm apologizing now.
And that's why it's called What If.
Yeah. I tell you what. You don't see Ron in chat? He's over there.
Easy.
He was
popped up on my screen.
Did he come up on the big screen? Yeah, that's where I saw him at first. Ron, say hi to Nicole so she knows you're over there.
I mean, it's not hard to miss the little guy mooning you.
This is true. This is true. Right? One day I told you so. I'm telling you, it's just one of those days. So anyway, the first story I got is from this guy who thinks he might have been almost snatched. Like, he might have been a missing 411 profile at one point. He could have been anyway. So he's like, he don't know what happened, but here's his story. I was going to like I said, I was going to share this yesterday. But I didn't get a chance to, but it's a good story. And I want to get your guys' opinions on what it could have been. So he says, I had a very strange experience 12 years ago in Starved Rock State Park, Illinois. It was so bizarre at the time, I never discussed it. I began reading the missing 411 stories a few weeks ago, and I realized what I encountered fits into the missing 411 profile. Additionally, since many of the missing 411 stories border of unexplainable and bizarre, I feel what I encountered was not unique, that it was a part of an actual phenomena. Here's my story. I was visiting my girlfriend in Chicago. On a sunny and calm winter day, we decided to go for a hike at Starved Rock State Park, Illinois. I'm an avid hiker. Being on leave from Iraq, I wanted to take in some cool, fresh air. We hiked the park for several hours. In late afternoon, we started heading back to the car. About a half a mile away from the parking lot, we came to an area where tree branches were both broken and pulled towards and over the trail. Most of the branches were broken high up, I'd say about 8 feet up and more off the ground. I'd lived in Washington before going to Iraq, and I knew something of Sasquatch areas. So I told the girlfriend it looked like a Squatch area due to the branches being broken off higher and put over the trail. That's about the time things started to get strange. Soon after mentioning this, I felt like someone was staring at me. It's like if you go into a room with a lot of people and someone focuses on you, and you get that uneasy feeling and can tell you're being watched. It was like this, but stronger. I started looking around to see who was watching me. It was winter, and the forest was visible hundreds of feet in all directions. There was a group of walkers several hundred feet behind us, and no one in front of us, but I saw no one staring at me. As we passed through the Squatch area, I began to have the feeling someone was behind me, following us. I looked around and listened, but I saw or heard nothing. There was just the people 400, not 400 miles, I don't know what that is, or so back in the trail, and they were talking amongst themselves. They weren't looking our way. The sense of someone being behind me was persistent, so I looked behind me, I'd say at least twice a minute. But there was just this group way back. The feeling of being watched is one thing, but feeling like someone is close behind you is something else. It is more disturbing. I told the girlfriend to go further in front of me, and I let her go about 20 yards in front of me because I had a strong sensation of a nearby presence just behind us. Hey, RK, Venoms. How are you? Welcome. So I turned around, not more than 30 seconds since the last time I looked back, and there was a woman there. She was walking, but coming up on me fast. There was something way off about her speed. She was walking when I spotted her, but her speed was much faster than her gait. It was as if she was on one of the escalators, like at the airport. She was coming up fast, and I'd say no more than 15 or 20 feet behind, and was no more than 15 to 20 feet behind me when I saw her. I was rather alarmed and glared up. She stopped when our eyes met. I gave her a look like, what the fuck are you doing coming up on me like that? We stood there staring at each other. Neither of us moved. She had her head cocked back to her to look. What? She had her head cocked back to her left and looked at me from the corner of her eyes in a slightly alarmed, you caught me type of look. She was completely normal looking, like a local Chicago lady, late 50s, wearing a bright red winter jacket, gloves, slacks, etc. In hindsight, there are a few things besides her speed would stand out. The first thing is there was no sound, no footsteps, no rustling in the woods. Nothing to tell me to turn around other than that strong sense of someone behind me, which I had for a bit. At the speed she was moving, she would have been running hard, but I heard no footsteps. She was not breathing hard, and her mouth was closed. Her gait was a walking gait. She was not running. However, she was moving towards me in a running speed. I mean fast. When she stopped, I'd say she was less than 20 feet from me. At the speed she was moving, in 1 to 2 seconds, she would have been on me. The next thing that stands out is her features. She had no distinguishing features. None in her hair, skin, or clothing. No shadowing or no skin hues, dimples, etc. As a former Army criminal investigator, I know to look for distinctive markings on people and clothing. There were none. I'd estimate her height about 5'10". Her clothes were of uniform coloring and indistinct. It was like she just stepped out of a department store. Hey, Jim. Her bright red coat was pristine with a uniform hue to it. There wasn't even shading, which there should have been given the clear sky and low sun.
Good morning, Eli.
Morning, Eli. After staring at each other for, I'd say, 5 to 10 seconds, I felt like I got my point across, so I turned around and continued walking. The girlfriend had not noticed anything and continued walking. I took about 3 steps and realized there was no way she could have come up from that group in the 30 or so seconds since I last looked back. But there was also nowhere to come from either. Visibility at that point was hundreds of feet all around. I said to myself, no way. And I spun back around and she was gone.
Welcome, field guy.
Hey, field guy. Simply vanished. I checked the group behind us and no one had a red coat on or was looking at us. There was no one else around and there was been no sounds other than for my footfalls. The woman just vanished. From that point, it took us about 10 minutes to reach the car. And for the remainder of the walk, I did not feel like I was being stared at or followed. I have never been back to Starwood Rock State Park and have no intentions of going back. The whole thing was bizarre. How was I supposed to tell anyone about this? So I never have. My mental state was fine. I have an high IQ and 20-year career in a STEM field following Army service. I don't know what that means, but apparently it's,
Yeah, what?
a STEM, STEM
Okay.
in the Army. I don't know what that means. At the time, I was working a DoD IT contact in Iraq. I was well rested and relaxed, being on vacation with the girlfriend. There was no drugs or alcohol involved. These are strictly prohibited in my line of work and were grounds for immediate termination under MNF 1's Go 1, which I was subject to at the time. I take it that's testing.
I was reading chat.
Oh, MNFIs. Is that testing? MNFIs. Go 1. Oh no, you just said there's strictly alcohol and drugs are strictly prohibited in my line of work and were grounds for immediate termination under MNFIs. Go 1.
That's a Roman numeral 1, not an I.
Oh,
That's in their code.
okay.
Rules and ethics.
Okay. Which I was subject to at the time. I've carried this experience around for 12 plus years by being unable to talk about it because it was just so exceptional and unexplainable. It's a relief to read similar stories on unusual encounters and disappearances. After reading many missing 411 accounts and the profile of disappearances, I believe I narrowly averted being snatched by whatever that thing was. I do not think it was a woman I saw. I think it was something different, which I could not see. So what do you guys think? Do you think it was something?
Now here's the question, because that'll fill right into What If Wednesday. What if he never did turn around?
Yeah, exactly. Would he have been snatched?
What if he's making the whole thing up?
I don't think it.
I'm just saying. No,
Right.
For so many years, he never said anything, and now all of a sudden you want to tell your story. That's all I'm saying.
Right. And some replies were basically, someone wrote, strange, I thought the same thing as soon as OP stated he was working, which is the guy who posted, was working a DOT IT contact. If this is a 12-year-old story and considering the sensitive nature of his line of work, you can't rule out the possibility of him being monitored at that time.
Exactly.
National parks are even to this day dead zones with no cell service, no persistent means of surveillance. 12 years ago, especially post 9/11, I'm sure everyone and anyone working with DOT was being watched. Just a thought. Well, if she vanished, she had some moves. I mean, because it was winter. He said the visibility was, 100 feet.
Yeah, and he said it closed in on him
Quickly.
with no sound.
Yeah. So it's a pretty wild story. I thought I'd share with you guys. Like I said, I thought it was really wild, and I didn't get to share it yesterday, so I figured I'd share it today.
Yeah, and, as Shadows points out, she says that the man noticed she had no facial features or anything.
Hey, Carol.
But yet this morning, Missy Shadows talks about, I thought you had a mole in your wrinkle.
Yeah,
That's
we
all
were
right.
sitting outside, and he had a speck of something on it underneath his eye. And I thought it was a mole. I reached up and moved, it dropped off, and I was like, it was in your wrinkle. What's he do? He turns around. He goes, I don't see you bathing in Bounty.
Downy.
Oh, Downy. Yeah. I'm like, that's so wrong. This is how we talk to each other. Feel the love, guys? Feel the love? But yeah, I just thought that was a very interesting story. I mean, I don't know. I read stories like that and I try to figure it out. Like, what could it have been? Is it part of the government watching them?
No.
No, you don't think they have some secret spy shit that make them disappear?
Of course we have secret spies. But even they're going to make sound walking through snow.
But why would he be? I mean, he's just out with his girlfriend. Why would he be just making sure he ain't doing those drugs and alcohol?
Maybe he stumbled across sacred ground. Or Nicole said that she had shared this to Facebook, and
thank you.
she wants to know when she gets a raise.
You got to talk to Chaos about that.
Well,
he's the handler of money.
That's going to suck for you because I don't even get paid.
So moving on, we're talking about Indian folklore that they have been scared of, different tribes. And I'm going to state this right now. I'll probably get some of the tribes' names wrong, and I apologize for that. That's just how I am. I don't know. I'm lucky I know how to speak English, and half the time I don't do that well.
I got to agree with that.
I myself am Seneca, and I mean, I'm lucky I can say that. So
that's because we used to smoke a cigarette called Seneca.
Yeah, that's probably the only reason too. No. So if I do say the tribal name wrong,
Chime in.
I have a problem saying when Janet says what she is, Yupik.
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 See, I that's how I am. You guys know. You guys are used to me. So we're talking about the stikini man owl, a sinister vampiric monster that works in disguise.
Yeah, he's dressed as a midget.
No, that's the toddlers.
Oh, that's right.
In ancient folklore of the Seminole Indians in Oklahoma, in the United States, there's a vampire-like creature called the stikini, the man owl. Likewise, terrifying stikini legends are widespread among the Creek people. And that's funny, they actually have one. I was doing a little bit of research. Stikini is a well-known phrase up here for natives up here. Stikini, the owl man. Could have been the owl that dive bombed you in New York.
That damn thing was huge.
Originally, the stikini was believed to be a malevolent witches who transformed themselves into undead, huge owl-like monsters.
And you hit that right on the money.
Only you, Andy. Technically dead, but constantly reanimated. They could spend their nights seeking human hearts to consume. Hearing their terrifying cry of a stikini is an omen of impending death. So that's lovely. It's coming after your heart. It sounds like a banshee. Oh, this thing's just bad.
You know you're going to die.
Yeah. I'm going to die.
It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, exactly. The appearance of a stikini. By day, stikinis appear as ordinary humans. But at night, the stikini makes terrible things. It vomits all of its internal organs and hangs them in a tree or hides them somewhere to prevent animals from eating them.
That is pretty gross.
Then it can change its appearance into a great horned owl. In this disguise, it flies out in search of a sleeping person to prey upon. It removes a still beating heart from its victims by pulling it out of its mouth, and then takes the heart back to its home. It cooks the heart in an enchanted pot and eats it in secret. The stikini needs to consume one heart each night. Well, for example, it's the same as like the Chinese hopping vampire. Kills living creatures to absorb their chi, life force, according to Chinese legend. So the stikini needs the heart to survive, like the hopping vampire needs the chi. Before dawn, the stikini returns to its hidden organs and swallows them, and then looks again as an ordinary human being. That is kind of gross.
Yeah,
At
I
least
can't.
it only changed in peeps for 3 nights a month.
I can't
No, this
find
is
my-
every night.
I can't. No, he's saying at least he
Oh,
only changes.
and he, okay, yeah. At least only you do it 3 nights, man. That's yeah.
I can't. Oh, there it is. That's what I was
Did you
trying to
lose
put
it?
up.
I usually feed on vegans. They're grass-fed and more organic. I mean, organic.
Orgasmic.
Yeah, I knew what you said. That's why I stopped myself. Is there any protection against the stikini? Ancient people believe that there may be a way to get rid of the creature, but it's difficult.
Yeah, Eli, I'll be around.
At first, a person has to find its organs hidden by the stikini while the creature is still hunting, and then destroy it before dawn, which guarantees the death of the monster. Sunlight is also disastrous for the creature stikini, if they have not turned back into human shape. This can be done with some special chosen arrows, which is decorated with owl feathers, then ritually blessed and dressed with sacred herbs. When the stikini returns to consume its organs, one can fire upon it with a magic arrow. This is the only time that the creature is vulnerable. Stikini's dangerous camouflage. Stikini is a dangerous shapeshifter with the ability to transform into the animal it wants, but it prefers to perform as an owl. By day, it takes the form of human disguise, it undergoes a physical or perhaps even mental transformation. It lives its daily life of socializing with the community and mimics the human behaviors perfectly without being exposed. The creature's true origin is camouflage, and there is no way to reveal it. The stikini folklore is rather widespread and popular among the Native Americans. Though the shape-shifting evil creature originates in the Seminole lands, over the years, many legends and stories about the stikini have circulated in the swampy regions of New Jersey and Michigan.
Well, I guess Alyssa came in. I didn't even
Who
notice.
came in?
I don't know. People
Oh,
were
hey,
saying
Alyssa. How you doing?
she snuck on by. I couldn't.
I thought I had a picture of the stikinis. Yeah, so here's what the stikinis look like. I'll try to blow that up a little bit. As they were transforming. If that thing's coming at me, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? If that thing's coming at me, I mean, they have depictions of it.
How do you know I ain't wearing just that right now?
Yeah. Right? But that's what it looks like when it's,
But now, if that looks like an owl, I think
got
the
nails
best
like
way,
Nicole.
huh?
Andy got nails like Nicole.
Yeah, I think the best way to defeat that is turn around and hand it a Tootsie Pop and see how many licks it takes to get to the middle and
Oh
run
my
like
God.
hell. And you better hope you can look at more than 3 times. Hurry back, Eli.
The last time that this was cited was back in 2006. 3 Seminole boys in Oklahoma encountered a stikini monster while riding their bikes. They were able to see it on night vision later that night. Since back in circa 2006, I was 14. My uncle was visiting, and he was 17 at the time. Sounds like my family. It was us plus my little brother, who was 7. Home alone. We lived in some housing additions in Oklahoma. There was a side street in front of our house with a street light just past the middle of the block. You're right, Andy? Off with its head.
That says Orf.
Or well, because you got to do the English accent. It was about 8 or 9 p.m. and we decided we were going to go ride our bikes for a bit. My uncle had his bike out first and took off up the side street. I was helping my brother with his bike. I seen my uncle turn around real quick and yelled back at us to go back inside. Once all 3 of us were back inside with the door locked, he said he saw a stikini monster. A stikini is a Seminole Nation folklore monster. They are shapeshifters, usually taking the form of a large owl or a Native American person. There are some stories where they shift into other animals or humans they killed. My uncle brought a cassette camera recorder with him when he came to visit. It had night vision capability. He brought it out and zoomed all the way out. After a few seconds, we seen a really large owl hop underneath the streetlight. It continued to hop and looked around for a minute, then turned around. The stikini spread its wings and took off. The wingspan covered the entire width of the road. For perspective, 3 cars could fit side by side on the curb, from curb to curb. I wish my uncle would have brought a cassette to record the event.
Well, that's like when we lived in New York. There was a time me and Missy were walking through this old cornfield, and out of the corner of my eye, I see this thing lunge out of a tree. Now, Missy has already spotted it. It scared the living crap out of me. When this thing opened his wings, they had to have been 6 foot from tip to tip.
Yeah, it was. I died laughing because Eddie.
Lunar, how are you doing?
Hey, Lunar. Because the funny thing is, I mean, I did die laughing. I felt bad, but I died because Eddie don't jump. You know what I mean? He don't scare easily. So with him being in front of me, I had already seen the owl starting to swoop down. I still jumped, but I saw it a split second before Eddie did. So when he jumped, I mean, it was like he was jumping and ducking at the same time.
Oh, I did. I mean, I ducked down. I jumped over a water puddle, all in one motion.
Yeah, and I feel bad, like I said, because I laughed at him, but I'd never seen him jump before, you know?
Well,
That owl was huge, though.
Yeah,
and it was dark. It was pitch black out. We were in a cornfield type area.
We were heading back to where we were camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all this thing just came out of nowhere.
It was a funny sight to see. Just because I'm not, first of all, like I said, I'd never seen Eddie jump, you know? And second of all, like I said, he was jumping but ducking at the same time. So it's almost like he was going into a karate kick but never made it. You know?
I was trying to do that one-legged kick and land on that same leg.
Right. So here's a Shawnee, Oklahoma ghost picture. And like I said, all the links will be down in the description, you guys know. So apparently, like, they knew that there was where these people, if they found out where the Indians lived that were the stikini, they would, of course, stay away from them. And apparently, this is one of their houses. Let me go ahead and.
That almost looks like that.
The cabin. I know. I thought about that too when I saw it. So it said in the eastern edge of Shawnee in the woods, northeast of Musson and Wolverine Roads, there is an abandoned house where a stikini once lived. A stikini is a Native American evil spirit that can change its form from an old man to an owl at night. Residents of the neighborhood report hearing footsteps in the leaves as if someone in the woods is walking parallel to them at night. Others have seen a man under a nightlight out the corner of their eyes. But when they look, they see an owl fly away. All right, Mary, take care. Thanks for stopping in. The house itself is rather eerie.
I was talking about Lunar, too.
That's Mary.
Oh, was that Mary? See, people need to use one name or another.
The house itself is rather eerie, and although barely standing, it's still frequent a frequent Halloween destination for local use.
Oh, no, Ron. I would not be scared of the Meagles because we have them here and they can get quite large. Did you see? He said I'd be scared of the eagle.
Nah.
Come on, I was scared of a black bear.
True.
Like, go ahead.
No, I was switching spots.
Oh, you were done?
Yeah, I was done with that one. So the next one comes from about the Native American tricksters, which are coyotes. They're supposed to be tricksters. Coyote, the trickster god, is well-known figure in myths and legends of indigenous people of North America. Coyote, a mischievous, cunning, and destructive force at work with creation, was also assigned to the role of god deceiver, a great cheater who misleads people and animals and finds obvious pleasure in causing troubles and upsets on a daily basis. which could be the reason why I'm scared of coyotes. Coyotes can deceive and be reckless. Among the many tribes of Native Americans, there is a belief that coyotes is the bearer of all evil. He brings winter and even death. The Madu people, and again, I'm sorry if I say the tribe name wrong, of California, for example, portray coyote as deceitful, greedy, and reckless. And these obviously fallings in his character make problems for people around him. His impulse and foolish behavior causes him to suffer too. Frequently, he is killed through his own carelessness, but in some ways, amazingly, he always comes back to life afterward. Still, the coyote remains a very prominent animal, and the basis for his character is the same in all myths. Only a few character traits of the coyote vary from region to region. Other tribes claim opposite and believe coyotes as the teacher of wisdom, the trickling god, who, when properly approached, can share with people some priceless wisdom. Many native myths deal with the amazing creature, the most sacred and at times most profound of animals. Coyote's power is to make people free or to feel fear. So is he making people to feel fear so they can combat it and
Well, I don't know.
be free from it?
Everybody fears coyotes.
No, but I understand that. But what I'm saying is maybe it's the way they interpret it was that he, being a god, makes people feel fear so they'll combat it and be free and powerful in their own power.
I get what you're saying. I mean, it could be that.
Among many Native American tribes, the coyote is credited with bringing humanity to the gift of fire, the destruction of monsters, the making of waterfalls, and the teaching of useful arts to the Indians. But perhaps the most famous and fascinating incarnation of this remarkable creature is presented in the Nez Perce tribe's myths of coyotes and the shadow people.
Yeah, Ron. No.
His actions lead to humankind being forever separated from the spirit realm of the dead. Coyotes show us how ridiculous we can be sometimes. As we look deeper into the coyote's character, we realize that the creature's cunning tricks are not always trivial ones. His mischief is not so much to deceive us from our goal, but rather to show us how ridiculous we often are in our lives and suggest that we take a bit of distance to ourselves and think about what would we really do with our lives. Unlike the coyote, we cannot come back to life if we're killed. By looking at the coyote's foolishness, we can avoid making mistakes and find a straight road with a purpose in our lives. Coyotes are sometimes a creator and sometimes a clown, destroying things for himself and others who surround him. Because of his vanity and boastfulness, the coyote undertakes various ambitious enterprises in which he fails due to his passions. Is that not the same we experience in our lives sometimes? Yeah, that's about gnome. Fourth kind? That's gnome.
Gnome was the name of a movie just called Gnome.
No, it's Encounters of the Fourth Kind, honey. It's the same movie.
Well, Andy, I guess you have watched it.
Coyotes and other tricksters in mythology. Coyote have been compared to both the Scandinavian Loki and also Prometheus, who shared the coyote the trick of having stolen fire from the gods as a gift for mankind. And Anansi, the great trickster of West African legend, again, sorry if I'm off on the pronunciations, which was originally credited with the creation of the world and became a cultural founder hero. In the Aztec pantheon of gods, there is a trickster and transformer, Uakoti, it means old coyote, that shares many characteristics with the trickster coyote of North American tribes. In Eurasia, Rather than a coyote, it's a fox is often featured as a trickster hero. For example, in Japanese mythology, he is known as Kitsune. And in medieval folklore of Europe, there is a similar figure known as Reynard the Fox. So that's pretty cool. It definitely, makes you understand, or allows you, I guess, to understand coyotes more. And I can see the quality. I mean, they're being the tricksters and being careless, so you can take what happened to them into consideration and go down a narrow path in your life that isn't careless and like the coyote.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Kind of like the dad bull talking to the young bull.
Right.
Take your time. Don't run down there.
Right. Yeah.
Andy. Him and Nicole are going at it again.
That's weird. I got bumped off of Blog Talk Radio. I don't know. I'm still on air, but I'm not in the chat. That's weird.
No, I see all the chat.
No, it's not that. It's Blog Talk Radio.
Oh yeah, because I'm on StreamYard and YouTube.
So, ancient races. I mean, we've all heard of white giants. The giants that supposedly, like Anunnaki are supposed to be giants. There have always been, people finding big skeletons of giants. You know what I mean? So,
were you asking me,
well, I was
or were
looking
you
at
asking
you.
in general?
Well, both.
Because I'm trying to keep an eye on chat, so it's hard for me to keep.
And
then watch you.
I had to figure out. It's the dryer.
The dryer.
I was
Welcome back, Eli.
Huh?
I said, welcome back, Eli.
Oh, welcome back, Eli. So, the ancient race of white giants described as native legends from many tribes. Several Native American tribes have passed down legends of race of white giants who were wiped out. We'll take a look at a few such legends, including those among the Choctaw and the Comanches of the United States down to the Manta of Peru. Again, sorry if I, say these tribes wrong.
Do you want some of my beer?
Maybe. The Choctaw. Horatio Bardwell Cushman wrote in his 1899 book, History of the Choctaw, Chippewa, and Natchez Indians. The tradition of the Choctaws told of a race of giants that one inhabited the now state of Tennessee, and with whom their ancestors fought when they arrived in Mississippi in their migration from the west. The tradition states the Nahulu race of giants, so the Nahulu were the race of giants, was a wonderful stature. Cushman said Nahalo came to be used to describe all white people, but originally referred specifically to a giant white race with whom the Choctaw came in contact when they first crossed the Mississippi River. The Nahalo were said to be cannibals, whom the Choctaw killed whenever the opportunity arose.
See, that's too much of a name for me to type out and say welcome.
Oh, that's Nicole too. Hey, through the veil. How are ya?
By the time I could have typed out welcome.
If you hit the ant.
I know that, but I didn't know her name was Nicole, so I wasn't going to type all that out.
Listen to what I'm saying. If
Why?
you hit the shift in number 2 and start typing the name, it'll pop up and you can take
Oh,
it.
no, that confused the hell out of me.
The Comanches. Chief Rolling Thunder of the Comanches, a tribe from the Great Plains, gave the following account of an ancient race of white giants in 1857. Innumerable moons ago, a race of white men, 10 feet high, far more rich and powerful than any white people now living here, inhabited a large range of country. extending from the rising up to the settling sun. The fortifications crown the summits of the mountains, protecting their populous cities sited in the intervening valleys. The chief explains that when the race forgot justice and mercy and became too proud, the Great Spirit wiped it out, and all was left was a society where the mounds still visible in the tablelands. The Navajo. Yates also writes of the Starnkey people of Navajo legend, describing them as a regal race of white giants endowed with mining technology who dominated the West, enslaving lesser tribes and had strongholds all through the Americas. They were either extinguished or went back to the heavens. So the Navajo, it sounds like what they're talking about is the Anunnaki, because the Anunnaki was all about mining gold.
Yeah.
And the thing about mining gold is, what's weird is apparently the Anunnaki, and I was listening to somebody the other day who was talking about this, the Anunnaki, when they had us mining gold and everything, it was because they needed gold dust, I guess, in their atmosphere to live. That's perfect. But they needed gold dust in their atmosphere to breathe, kind of like we need oxygen. Okay? And now the thing of it is scientific, and I'll bring this up one day. I'll research it a little more. Scientists have a way where gold can stay in the atmosphere. Like gold dust can stay in the atmosphere.
Well, yeah, because the density of it.
But it's just wild that's what, because we were supposedly created by the Anunnaki, we're enslaved to mine for gold. That's why we all have gold fever in us. If we started and we got a little chunk of gold, what would happen?
That's just greed setting in.
But that's what is supposedly why we have that.
That's the theory behind it.
Right. But the scientists, like I said, had come up and found out that gold dust can stay in the atmosphere. And that's what the Anunnaki needed for them to breathe.
Well, they shouldn't have been so damn tall.
Right? The Mana people. In 1553, Pedro Ciez de Leon wrote in Chronicle of Peru about legendary giants described to him by the Mana indigenous people. There are, however, reports concerning giants in Peru who landed on the coast at the point of Santa Elena. The natives relate that the following tradition, which had been received from their ancestors from the very remote times. They arrived on the coast in boats made of reeds, as large ships. A party of men in such size that from the knee downwards, their height was great as the entire height of an ordinary man. Which I did see a picture last night researching these of a man, he had been like in his 50s, laying down, and it looked like a femur bone. And it was like bigger than him, longer than him. So, I mean, that's wild that I just read that after seeing that picture last night.
Welcome, Lucinda.
Hey, Lucinda, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Their limbs were all in proportion to the deformed size of their bodies, and it was a monstrous thing to see their heads with their hair reaching to their shoulders, and their eyes were as large as small plates. Leon said that the sexual habits of the giants were revolting to the natives and have eventually wiped out the giants because of those habits. Apparently, they were like orgy-going giants and cannibalistics.
Yeah, Andy, he was.
The Paiutes said to have an oral tradition with told of red hair, white cannibals about 10 feet tall who lived in or near what is known as Lovelock Cave in Nevada. It is unclear whether the oral tradition about the so-called Sitka giants existed or if it was an exaggeration or distortion of their legends made by the Paiutes were mostly killed or dispersed in 1833 by the expedition by explorer Joseph Walker. Brian Dunny of Skeptoid Explorer, Coyotes legends and found no mention of the Sitka before giants. It seems there, however, a people who practiced the cannibalism and lived in the Lovelock Cave. Human remains have been found there, and a few of the human bones had marrow removed. Suggesting that the marrow was eaten. Cannibalism seems to have been a rare practice among these people, however. The remains do have red hair, but this may be because black hair can turn red with time.
Or they were all Irish.
Well, the giants were supposed to have red hair. That's what they're talking about.
And most Irish people have red hair.
Right, but I don't think they're from Ireland. In the Humboldt River near Lovelock, Nevada, that's where they were said to live. Miners unearthed artifacts in 1912, leaving them in a pile before eventually contacting the University of California. Anthropologist Lewin L. Loud traveled from the university to the site to investigate. It is commonly agreed that excavation of the site was not handled well and certainly not up to modern standards. But some proponents of the Sitka giants theory says researchers have deliberately covered up any giant remains found there.
Look at Nicole's comment.
Yeah, exactly. They're all over the world. All these supposedly sightings are all over the world.
They're saying Anaki is supposed to be coming back.
Yeah, actually, I was just talking about that because the Nibiru and everything, they're supposed to be on there. So there's strong evidence through Native American folklore about giants. I mean, there's just everywhere you look, there's giants. And other folklore, of course, there's giants in their folklore too.
Okay, TTVP. There is no part of a human body I'm going to eat, let alone brain.
Where did you see that comment? I didn't even.
Because she put you, no brains.
Oh, yeah. Well, there were cannibalism. Oh, I get it now. TTVP through the veil. I wasn't looking for her. I was looking for somebody.
It was just so much easier for me to say that.
I was like, what?
Who the hell is that?
That's a new person. I'm not telling you. I told you today is just not a good day.
It was better than earlier because Andy was going to call her, what was it? TVTP.
I tell you, today I'm just not with it today.
That almost sounded like a really bad disease. TVTP.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that?
She says it sounds like something you bring back from summer camp.
Yeah, right? It does, too. It does.
How do you introduce a person like that to your mom? Mom, this is TTVB. She's so free-spirited about it, though. She's laughing.
Yeah.
Yes, I had to tell you guys, he's looking for brains now. He's in the wrong room.
So, yeah, giants were all over, all over the place. Oh.
Was that the end of that story?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting breed. Yeah, I was being serious. he got TTV. I can see a look in the doctor's face. You got what?
So what? Excuse me?
As you can all tell, I'm sitting a little more relaxed and comfortable today. My desk arrived yesterday afternoon, and I was able to put it together. We got it all set up. So now I got plenty of room.
Now we just need the other cord.
Yeah, because, women know everything. She orders the wrong goddamn thing.
It's not the wrong thing. You still need that.
Not the one we tried.
Oh, okay. If we don't need that, then how the hell, when we get the normal cord, are we going to put it to the
It'll be simple.
both of them to the? You don't have two.
It's lagging hard.
I don't know what's going on then. There's not a lot of people. Oh,
Okay,
you
there
know
it
what?
goes.
I wonder if them doing work out there.
No, because it came back on. It came
Okay.
back.
Well, no, we do need the splitter. He needs the splitter because he's going to have two monitors.
I don't have to have two monitors. She says I do.
Well, I didn't say he did.
Yeah,
I just
she
had an
did.
extra one because I got my 27-inch monitor.
Yeah, again, I get a hand-me-down. But I got a better chair.
No, I like my chair.
Yeah, mine's got a vibrating pillow.
That don't bother me.
Uh-huh.
It don't.
She says that, but,
I
I
don't
peek
like
out
your chair.
of the corner of my eye in the morning, and she's sitting in my chair.
Whatever. Eli seen me sit in that chair. I don't like it. I felt like I was going to fall over. Welcome to our world. This is how we talk to each other all the time.
Are awake for me. I miss Missy needing another deck. No, Andy, screw you. Nicole, you're even worse. Because she always asks me, honey, can I get this deck of cards? I'm like, yeah. So a week goes by, a package comes. We open the package. She got that deck of cards with 4 other decks.
Never. I would never. I would never.
Yeah. And you guys can't even see a third of the cards she has.
Behind the scenes? Oh, no, people do not want to know.
Nope.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine me, you, and what Jason talks about?
We'd be arrested. They would swat us.
Yeah, I know, right? Between when we talk to each other, then when we go down talking to our boss.
Add the boss into it.
Yeah, no. People will be like, holy hell.
We would actually have to charge people to watch our shows.
Yeah, right?
Uh,
It's crazy.
She just Shadow just got a new deck of cards about a week ago, wasn't it?
About 2 weeks ago.
Was it about 2 weeks ago?
I got three decks.
But yeah. Can I get a deck of cards? And here she has 3 of them.
Yeah, I got the Arcanum, the Legacy of the Divine Tarot, and the Animal Spirit, Divine Animal Oracle cards.
See, Shadow knows I used to work for a movement company years ago. So she wants to see if it's actually possible to put 50 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag.
I know, Nicole. That's what I think too.
No.
How are we getting summer snow in here?
Well, because the
Oh, the
windows are
window.
cracked open.
Yeah. That would be the ring.
Hey, you know what? She can start getting new cards if you all gonna pay for them. and you woke me up.
Okay, here's the situation. We ran out of cigarettes. Well, no. Last night I smoked my last one. You
I
smoked
smoked
yours.
my
Yeah.
last one last night.
So, like he's gonna
But
get
we knew my
your money.
direct deposit hit this morning.
Yeah. So I wake up early,
Yeah.
right? And this is how it works with us. Because, like, if I get up in the morning, there's one thing that I do is go have a cigarette while my coffee's making, And I went downstairs. Or no, I didn't even go downstairs.
No.
Because I knew I was out. And I'm sitting in the chair in the living room watching TV, and Eddie's laying there. And
Now, mind you, I'm sound asleep.
I see him look over at the couch because it's where I usually sleep. Look at the doorway here because if I'm not on the couch or not sleeping, I'm in here. And so I thought it was my opportunity to sit there and go, honey, do you have any cigarettes left?
and then I tell her, no, I'm out. She goes, okay. Well, there's a butt can downstairs. So why the hell didn't you just do that to begin with? So as we're sitting here now.
Because if you had a full cigarette, I was going to steal
what
it.
did you guys say? Eddie, you drinking your drink hard. No, that's what it sounds like when it hits the desk. But we're sitting here, and she sees a cigarette pack sitting on her desk, picks it up, shakes it. Lo and behold, there's 2 friggin' cigarettes in it.
If I had just come up here, got online in the morning, I would have known there were cigarettes in there. It's 2.5 cigarettes in there.
Honey, do you have a cigarette?
Do you have any cigarettes left?
And now at this point, I feel obligated. I have to get up, get dressed, walk to the
I
friggin'
tried to
store.
stop him. I said, no, honey, we got this can downstairs.
No, when she says
These
something like
butts,
that, no, when she says stuff like that, it's a polite way of saying, get your ass dressed and go to the store.
That's how he perceives it, but that's not how I am.
Don't let her lie to you.
Right? So smooth.
You guys, yep.
That's right, Nicole. I did ask nicely. I wasn't like,
Honey,
which I could do that too.
you knew to ask nicely. You
I was
just woke me up.
I was like, babe. I know. Yep. I know.
Happy wife, happy. No, that's not always true either.
How was your morning?
Oh, I had to poop.
That was yesterday.
I had to poop. No, today I had to go to the store.
The reason he said that we were joking around, like I said that yesterday to him, how was your morning? He walked in here and he's like, I had a poop. And he goes, oh, are you lying?
No, I sat down and then put my headphones on.
Yeah.
And realized that the mic was on.
But I wasn't live. But it scared the hell out of him.
Andy, you are on some really bad drugs.
Yeah, no. No, Andy. No, she won't.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah.
I just got to make it look good,
This is how we
Nicole,
do.
it was just funny the way it happened. I mean, it was getting close to showtime. So when I came in, she was just like, how was your morning? I said, I had the poop. So I sit down and put my headphones on, and I realized the mic is running. And she looked at me, she laughed, and she goes, don't worry, we're not live.
He was just like that deer in the headlight look, you know, like, oh. But now it's in hindsight, so.
The bioemedy.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what he does.
But this is the way we talk around here. The grunting, straining, screaming from trying to pass a concrete block. But no, they say any turn over 5 pounds, lower it with a rope.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, we're not going to turn this into a poop storm. It's already a shit storm. Yeah.
It's like that video, and I'm sure you all seen it on Facebook. That little boy that sits on the toilet. I didn't poop. I peed.
You know how many times I've heard this? Because that's how he answered me. That's how he answers me. You know it. Eddie knows not to talk about me.
Oh yeah, I'll talk about her all the time.
Oh, we already got, you know, that's the thing with us. That's the thing with us, okay? I'm a very private person, right? Yeah, and I'm doing this. Why?
Oh, that's gross, Andy.
Look at my hair. What the hell's going on here? I don't know what the hell's going on with my hair.
She says, I feel the love.
Yeah, right?
In the morning.
Hey, Lisa, how you doing?
Welcome, Lisa. I am not Mr. Shadows.
Oh, he was telling you all first night? Really? Shall I go back and watch the stream?
He is such a liar.
Nicole's the one that told me. Oh, no, Andy. It was Andy that told me. Hey, Lisa, how you doing, hon? No, I'm having the rest of my burrito he bought me yesterday.
Yeah. I bought her yesterday. Last night, I did my little 420 friendly. Got the munchies.
I told
Knew there was a taco sitting there because they're the size of burritos. And I looked at her and I was like, "Are you gonna eat that?" She says, "No, not right now." So I figured, well, I'll leave it because she's gonna eat it later. I wake up and the goddamn thing's still sitting there this morning.
Right? Not what I like you, Missy, especially if it was going to get Eddie in trouble. No, but, you know, this is the thing. This is the one thing that irks me about him. But I deal with it.
She's lying. It's more than one.
If we'll be sitting downstairs and we'll be talking, and, like, even if we're fighting or something, he'll be loud about it because that's his voice. He can't help it. And because he hates it when I'm like, shh.
Yeah, every time you hear that, shh.
But if we're arguing,
it's like being in the military, I have a very deep, loud bass voice.
That's true, Andy. I'm going to definitely watch that stream.
You go right ahead.
You're talking bad about me?
I wasn't even nervous.
You're talking bad about me?
I might have.
Yep. That's true.
Someone
Tammy did sing it.
You have a leak.
Don't tell him that. Now he's going to say that.
Thank you. I am going to steal that line. What's the other one I've been doing lately?
Oh, yeah. Drowning fish.
I make a drowning fish sound. No, find out if that was possible. A drowning fish.
miles away out of reach. Yeah, I know, right? He's cherry mounted on the wall.
I hope you got it in an enclosed case because it's going to start stinking.
Oh my God, you guys are too much.
You guys made it really easy and real fun to be able to sit here and do this.
Definitely.
It's a conspiracy going on here, Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh, you think?
Yep, that's about it.
Oh, it's the new guy. It's the new guy's fault.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah, you guys you made it so easy, so relaxing. Shadows wanted me to do this with her. We talked about it a while ago.
Before I even started my channel.
And then it just, well, I was working constantly.
Yeah. And then I started working constantly.
And then we just had the opportunity, and here it is.
You're right, Nicole. That's right.
Andy, don't take that bet. It's a trap. Because you know Nicole's going to talk to Misty and be like, how many bruises does he have?
We would never.
So if I'm not sitting here on Monday,
No.
Tanada was born.
Yeah, that's exactly it. No.
Oh, yeah. I know, Nicole. Hey, Eli, yes. Anything is possible if you're dumb enough to believe it.
It's just, you know, I'm glad that he's finally on the show with me. He's having fun. I see him smiling, and he can't wait. He's like hell at night. Last night he was bugging the hell out of me because he's like, "How do you do YouTube?"
No, not how do you do YouTube.
No.
How do I set up my own channel?
You have your own channel.
No, I mean StreamYard and shit like that. Not just freaking YouTube.
Yeah, but you were
See, I get the generic end of this shit.
You were looking for things to watch last night, and here I am. I'm trying to work.
Yeah, but I'm high.
And that's the other thing. Things are funny to him that aren't to me. But I gotta laugh at him because then he's like, "You're a grump."
Pretty much, Eli. You got that right.
He's always in the doghouse. He knows it. No. Oh my God, Nicole, that would be bad.
Oh no, that might be a lot of fun.
The chaos reality.
You know, I kind of like that.
I kind of like that too. I know, right? Yeah, Nicole. Right in the veil.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here working, and when I work, I always listen to, I don't know if you guys know the podcast, Expanded Perspectives. Whenever I'm working, whether it be here or downstairs folding clothes, or not folding clothes, but folding sheets.
Linen.
Yes, linen. I always have them on. They're so funny to listen to, and their stories are awesome. If anybody, that's who I'm striving to be like. Because they're hilarious. But I sit there, that's what I do when I work. So I'm sitting here trying to listen to them with my headphones on. He's talking to me a little bit. How do you search for, I'm like, search paranormal. I don't know. What do you want to watch?
I don't know. I wanted to watch some.
And then he's going into rooms and he's like, this is boring. I'm like, well, I can't help it. The Hodge twins? No, I haven't. But I'll write them down. I'm always looking for new things to watch.
I thought you said you were old.
What?
Because when you just said, I'm always looking, it sounded like you said, I'm old.
Well, I am old, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, and I got 3 years on her.
I have some blotter paper about it before we go live. No, that's what I don't need.
No, that's what he's saying.
Oh,
I won't
yeah.
put it in your food or your beer.
Yeah. God. I'll never get him to shut up.
Did you read?
That's another thing. We tested that theory.
Which
One
one?
night Eddie got so 420 friendly.
Oh God.
Now, mind you, our bosses, like our big bosses, the ones that own the place, window is right next to where we smoke, so we have to be quiet.
Yeah, but see, you have to understand. They snuck Dad's song in on me.
But the thing of it is, so we're sitting there, it's just me and Eddie, and I'm like, can you be quiet for 5 seconds? And he's like, yeah, I can do that. And he's like, asking me, when do I start? Did we start? What? Like, I'm like, really? I said, start. I said, you hush, I'll count. And every time I counted like to 50. And he's like, but it took you like 10 minutes to actually shut up. I felt like I was, punishing my kids because when they, I'm like, you get a 5-minute timeout. And if you speak, you get a minute added on. And I kept telling him, I feel like I'm punishing one of the kids. That's a minute. That's another minute.
Or no, what about the night that I got so goddamn high? We were talking, we seen a badger or a wolf, and I don't remember any of that
I
conversation.
don't remember the whole conversation. But that's how it is when he's high, because I can't. I just listen to him and be like, smoking my cigarette, rolling my eyes, like, oh my God, will he go to bed? That's the only thing good coming out of this. He's going to go up, he's going to eat, and he's going to go to bed. Really, I'm not an asshole. This is not like... Yeah, exactly, Jim. Exactly.
Don't forget to go to the
Oh.
bathroom before you get too desperate tonight, mate. Oh, I know.
Oh, he don't remember, because we had this whole lineup. It was me, our boss, and him out in a badger or a wolverine ran across the road, whatever it was huge, right? So we had this whole conversation of, well, there's the wolverine. I don't know what brought it up. I think they were both high, but I remember Jason going, well, there's the wolverine. Which X-Men are you? And I said, he's like, well, you got a red coat. You could be the Phoenix. I said, all right, I'll be the Phoenix. Now, mind you, he's not a big X-Men person, so I don't know where the hell this is coming from. My boss doesn't usually talk about stuff like that. So I'm going with it. I'm like, all right, got him in a good mood. So then Eddie, I forgot what X-Men, but that whole conversation, he don't remember any of it.
Nope.
The next day, Jason brought it up and said something about X-Men, and Eddie's like, what? And he's like, you're an X-Men. And he's like, what?
Welcome back, Ron.
Welcome back, Ron.
Oh my God, my eyes are watering.
Yeah, that's right. I don't like to give breaks. But yeah, he don't remember that whole conversation.
Nope. Oh no, Missy didn't get the new chair. I got the new chair.
Yes, he got the new chair. Thank you for the ice cream, Eli. That scared the hell out of me. You got me.
Yeah, Nicole, they are kind of peeing right at the moment. No, just too Andy.
I'm telling you, this is our life. This is what we do. This is when people
you see what Mail said, right?
Yeah.
Start recording this.
I know.
I'm telling you, if people sat around and listened to us, if we didn't know they were there, and they just listened to how we talk, oh my God.
They'd be like, what is wrong with them people? Swear to God.
Oh, thank you, Eli.
Thank you for the lemons. Oh, here he goes. He's going to break my lemon counter. Here we go. We're playing the slots, guys.
Would we have to listen to this for an hour and 45 minutes the other night?
With me, yeah. He's playing the slots over there. Thank you so much for the lemons, Eli. I appreciate it.
Oh, no.
Eli is my first one of July.
Told you not
Give
to
me
take
lemons.
Mike's to bed. we don't have to take the Mike to bed. This one's powerful enough.
There's Ron with that freaking fish.
Oh, this
man.
is funny. Hey, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I hope you all are too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
I was waiting for him to say something. Oh, hugs to you too.
Oh, this is funny. Just a tiny laughter makes it.
It does. It does. I love that, Ron, with the cat getting zoomed up by the UFO.
He's getting a respawn.
He's got what? Move so I can see your pillow. What kind of chair you got? Hey, Tamara, thanks for the lemons.
Mine's generic. It doesn't have a damn name.
I have respawn. I have a respawn chair.
I mean, it's the same style as her respawn.
It sucks.
Mine vibrates.
Good for you. I'd rather get comfy. Thank you so much, Tamara.
Hello, Tamara.
I saw your post. I'm glad it arrived safely to you.
If that's Ron's ball, he's got a big problem.
Oh, it's mooning.
Oh, it's got to be Ron. Oh, no, Eli's mooning.
Eli's the one mooning. Bad, bad. Oh, that was for Ron.
Why do people call me Mr. Shadows?
Because.
That's not my name.
Oh, why, Nicole? Or through the veil?
Oh.
It won't let you go through dlive? Oh, Jesus, Andy. You're bad. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, epilepsy?
Maybe.
I mean, that's the only thing I get.
That sucks, yeah.
Don't worry, I can't go there either. She won't show me how.
I got it, then he'll want to go to Twitch and Mixer. Then I can't hide from him.
A Barnabas column? What?
Mr. Shadows is shorter than Barnabas Collins.
Yeah, but my name is Chaos. They were just shorter than both of them. I figured when you said the flashing lights.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, I'm worried.
That's
Everybody's
true,
going
Nicole.
quiet.
Nicole's of being Mr. Shadows is chaos. Yep.
No.
It is chaotic being Mr. Shadows. Is it chaotic?
No.
That was convincing. Oh, that's you guys? That's you, Chaos, and Andy?
What is What am I missing?
You're dancing.
I don't see anybody. Oh, I see it. Well, kind of.
I know.
I mean, that thing's about the size of a hit of ashes. So it's really hard to see.
Oh, he's busy. He's busy concentrating on Andy mooning, or Eli mooning. I mean, Andy's concentrating. Never mind. You guys did it. Is that the full frontal? Monty? The full frontal? Kind of. You got Eli being a little Deadpool over there, swinging on his. Man, he's working it for you, Andy. Andy, you better tip him. You guys are too funny, I swear to God. Too funny. Lag back. What? It'll lag out every now and then. But it's back now. Okay. Make it rain. Oh, and please make sure it's raining with money. Hey, Rebecca. Thank you so much for the host. Hello. Thank you for the little ninja. That's awesome. Thank you for the host, Rebecca. Supporting you $1 at a time, Eli. You guys are bad. So bad. Oh my God. Bad. I don't know if it should be bad or good. I don't know. It could be indifferent. That could be. Yes. Rebecca G in the house. Oh, Andy's gambling again. Andy's getting my tokens. Let's see what he wins. He bet 10,000. Ron's over there slapping that peach. So naughty. So naughty. You guys are bad. Y'all are bad. Hurry back, Andy. Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say to that. Do you use the one with lotions already in it? Lordy, oh my God. I want to know how the hell did we go from talking about cryptids and Native American lore to this stuff? See, this is why. This is why. Holy crap. See, now she's regretting ever having me join her show. I'm telling you. What if Wednesdays really did go to What If Wednesdays? Jesus. He started this weekend. Oh, Eddie started it? It's Eddie's fault? That's cute for Eddie's fault. Got a tad breach. Oy vey. Be careful when you use it again. You guys are so bad. It's corrupt. Yeah, it's corrupted, not corrupted. Yeah, right? That's true. Holy shit. What if Wednesdays make up stories as we go along? Right? That's pretty much what's happening. Yeah, pretty much. Holy crap. You guys are something else. Oh. So before this gets any worse, let me tell you what's on tomorrow's show, okay? Tomorrow is through Thursdays. We're having some shit on the toilet. We'll be discussing legends and lore. I'm gonna shit in the toilet, not on it. We have creepy stories Danielle sent in with the Japanese Bloody Mary. Then we'll sit back and listen to the Red Room Curse. Then we will be hearing about the Glendale horror. And last not least, this guy's childhood homes. You guys, strange accounts from my childhood home. This guy had so many experiences in his childhood home, paranormal wise. It's crazy. So that's what's going on tomorrow. If you guys got some creepy stories you want me to talk about, as always, send it to Shadows of the Moons with an S at yahoo.com.
Andy needs an iron.
I love getting stories through the veil. Mondays I do paranormal stories.
I'm a top decker. And I hope he means in sports cars.
Mondays I do paranormal. Wednesdays I do cryptid or corrupt, whatever. Thursday I do like legends and lore, and Tuesday of course true crime. Right, I hear you through the veil. I hear that.
Through the veil, from what I'm reading in this room, from everybody to today, everybody is weird. Is Eli still here?
Yeah, I saw him.
Eli, is that
Yeah,
5 o'clock your time or my time?
Cryptids. There we go. We'll do cryptids. All right, guys, you know what time it is. I'm going to run credits.
Shit, the tank, not the bull. Eli.
I know, peach slapping and pole dancers. That's what they are over there.
And he says, "Oh, Eddie, you say the sweetest things."
You guys are bad. Oh my god.
Okay, Eli. So it's 4 o'clock my time.
So I'm gonna head over there. Oh, I forgot to add lemons. Damn it.
God damn you.
I know. Hype up that chat over there, guys. You know where to head.
Just go there, damn it.
Okay, thank you, Eli.
This is turning into the Mr. and Mrs. show.
I know, it's bad. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me.
All right, Eli. Guys, thanks again for letting me have so much fun. It's been a blast. The past 3 days have been really fun for me. And I just want to say fist bump to all the guys, hugs to all the ladies. Stay strong, stay safe.
I'm not done yet.
I am. Look, I'm sweating to death.
All right, there we go. Give me a second to refresh. Get that chat hyped up. Let me roll credits. I gotta set up my stream deck again. Forgot what I'm doing. See what happens? No, what am I doing? Oh, there we go. That's what I want to do. Yes. Roll credits. Thank you for the diamond, Ron.
Make sure you have TTVP.
I can't hear you. What?
Read the screen. Chat. Make sure you have TTVP.
Oh, yeah. So my credits aren't running. Isn't that lovely?
I heard the music.
No, that was Ron giving me a diamond.
Oh.
So thank you so much, Ron, for that diamond.
Apparently I have to go make water.
You have to go make water?
Yeah, we still have plenty of snow.
Yes, but the mountain is not flipping us off anymore.
That's true.
Hold on a second. I'm getting the credits up. Even though I got to change them. I'm sucking at my job, guys. I'm sucking today at my job. I told you today. I said in the beginning that it was going to be a messed up show. And there go the credits. Okay. Got them going. Let me go ahead and add lemons. All right, you guys hyping up Chad over there? Pressing the button. There you go, guys. Get them. Get them. Get them, get them. You kind of got me that time, Ron. You kind of got me. Yeah. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right. We got Ron. Ron is the big winner there. He got 102 lemons. Eli got 59 lemons, and Tamara got 42.9 lemons. Yay! Again, guys, thank you so much for a great time. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night or morning. Be safe. Take care. Much love, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.